Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Cities Skylines 2. This is episode number 30. We started a massive project, having to do so primarily on pause as we are literally breaking a freeway and reconstructing it as we go along. We had a regular highway, no space in between, just 2 lanes each direction, so a 4-lane highway was it. We are slowly converting it to 3 and 4 lane opposite direction split highway, and here is the progress we've made with it so far, beginning with the start point of that highway here where it had first come together and was in that 4 lane, and you can see now this has all been restructured into 3 or 4 lane highway through here. We've already completed the project that is the ramp from the observation tower on down, so alleviating some of that traffic that wanted to get down to the highway much more easily. Don't worry about the traffic that is there. It's all going to move once we unpause. You can see it's all over the place for now, and you can see where the original highway was, but as we move along, we've got our 3 and 4 lane. We've completed the work on this intersection, which was tricky because of the posts that are under there, and it would have been very complicated to try to undo that and redo that. And we have made it work. We've gotten through there at the cost of a lot of homes through this stretch, but the reality is it's worthwhile. This one, we'll see how that kind of translates when we unpause. Will it still function? As it's looking a little bit weird from the land, but it is together, and you get at least 3 lanes through either way. But as we get to here, we're halfway through this project. The split highway up there in the background at the edge of the screen, we have that much left to do, and some of this is really tight through here and also has just some direct traffic circles from what we originally put in. The next thing that I want to do, though, is to buy us the necessary space to get through this section. Instead of waiting till we get beyond the railroad tracks, I'm going to go ahead and back off the railroad tracks earlier. So the next move is a move on the railroad tracks, and so we're going to back this off well back to there and there, and then we're going to go ahead and move our rail line. First we need to squeeze past here, which we already had, but we'll now. It's tricky. This is one of the things we've been dealing with a lot, is trying to get something going. But we can now begin the bend right through there. Okay, so we've much more quickly pulled the railroad tracks back out of the way, giving us a lot of additional space. Let's go ahead and get that highway out of here. Up to there for now, and we're going to start going the opposite direction this time. So we're also going to make this a 4-lane because we now have more space than what we've worked with previously, and at least through here we want to maximize that. Doing the same thing here in the game, and it resets all of those settings. Okay, we'll take it to 3. Now, this underground highway section can probably be done away with the move we're about to make. So now that we're up to there, and that's a pretty healthy section right there. But this is the hardest area right through here. This is going to take us a lot of work, which is ultimately why this was split off into a second episode. But we're going to get rid of our underground. Those cars are going to have to drive through the dirt to get back up to the surface. I wish them luck. We're definitely going to have to explore options on how we handle these roundabouts down here. But what we're going to do first is take the highway away and leave the road underneath. I'm going to go the opposite of what you would think through here. We're going to go above ground with the highway through here. I think we're going to drop this thing back down to 3 lanes, beginning from right here, and then we're also going to take that up. In this case, it's a couple of businesses, and I think that's probably a good spot to go into right now. So there's the first piece. The first element of that is in place. We've got bridges over. I'm thinking about actually keeping this elevated all through this area and not bringing the bridge back down, but you'll see what I have in mind here shortly. Looks like a lot of these trees are going to end up going away, but I think that's perfectly okay. Nice long off-ramp. We can upgrade this. We want to go all the way with that? Probably not. No, wait, we're going from 4 to 3. Yeah, go ahead. 2-lane off-ramp. Oh, come on. Really? All those houses, all of them decide that that's gonna disrupt them, huh? Well, that was unfortunate. Looked like we were fine. At least this side actually is fine. Instead of a curved section, we'll just kind of make a straight bend there. There we go. That's cleaner. Alright, now from this side. Those houses were going to be going away anyway, so we're going to go ahead and can we get past this business without destroying it? Looks like the answer is probably no. Alrighty, that's one section of it. Right back to there. We're getting much closer. Much closer. And this traffic circle persisted. Awesome. That is not going to interfere with the buildings there. And we'll have a little bit of a pocket space to kind of move up after we get that ramp. And actually, we're going to have to kind of start that process, I think. Excellent. We just destroyed the traffic circle somehow. While it's still trying to show itself as being there. Okay, that is both of the intersections that I was most worried about now fully taken care of. We are going to have issues potentially trying to get through this particular spot, but if we can... Oh yeah, we might have to peel this back a little bit. Oh, of course it's that direction. It doesn't want to go the other direction. Last big section, and then we just need to connect it up. I do think we're gonna have to pull the farm back a little bit, probably. For now, let's start with this side. I think we're gonna start with 3 lanes from here, as we are very much looking at not having much space here. Hoping this doesn't mess with the buildings, but as it is elevated, it's given us that cushion we needed. Okay, we lose 2 buildings, but that's okay. Go straight there. Oh no, all those buildings don't want to be there. Oh, that's because it's not really elevated. It's just, well, it is elevated. So what I'm looking for, it's not a bridge, it's alright, so we're losing a little stretch of industry, which kind of hurts because industry is not something that just refills easily for us. I think we can go pretty easily from here. This is very much a one way now. Can we at least get a little bit of... Yeah, there you go. Can't get that one without doing anything, but it's quite clear we need to pull it back. So we're going to take this farm, pull back the edge. This was one of our early farms. There we go. Okay. That farm has to go one way now, but it's not like it's that hard to go down here, turn around, come back up. This freeway is close to being a high functioning, because this is all that's left right here. Just this last little stretch. Alright, that's one side. The other side actually shouldn't be that hard. We might have to move that ramp a little bit. Okay, folks. We've got a highway, a split highway, a divided highway, all the way through now. 2 new off ramps instead of traffic circles being one of the key features. But there's what, 4 off ramps plus the 4 off and on ramps plus this one that's just an on ramp, and then reworking both of our major freeway intersections. But we are ready to unpause, and some of that traffic, yeah, just flips and goes a different direction. It's gonna get confused for a moment, but it'll get itself sorted out. And while you're not supposed to be turning around on a highway, I get it, we just messed with everything. Where do you think you're going, minivan? Oh, here's one we want to fix. That's not a railroad crossing. Let's trying to... Railroad crossings are not an option here. We are just a hair too close to the railroad tracks right there. So we'll fix it the other way. Alright, we lose one house, but we've done away with that weird intersection. Meanwhile, what I was here for in the first place was this. Okay, 2 mini crosswalks. Let's get rid of some of these. Got the intersection way back here. As if... Oh, there's no light there. We do have one light here, but... Well, we'll see how that works. Don't change it if it isn't broke, right? Okay. This is still sorting itself out. Whoa. Let's just dive across 3 lanes. Let's turn that 4 lane on a little bit. In fact, extend it to there. There's a lot of confusion back here. This intersection's busy as always, but look, the freeway's moving. Except for on this side. Now, a lot of these cars are supposed to be using this. None seem to be using it right now, so I do think I need to rebalance this. They don't know how to get on there, which means they're trying to take this one to get up there, and that's just not working. So I think we're gonna lose some houses right here, but we're gonna have to redo this particular section. Okay, now the freeway's not wonky, but we can't get past this, right? Oh, can we? Looks like we can. Now we need to get this off ramp, which means we also need to get upgraded 4 lane. Oof. Back here. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. This is supposed to be a long-term fix, which means short-term pain and suffering. Yeah, right now, way too much of that traffic wants to use that traffic circle, which is not necessarily the direction we need them or want them to be going. Like that city car went to the right. Van goes to the right. Car goes to the right. But there's a lot looking for that left hand. For the moment, still no traffic. There we go. Electric bus. The highway's going to be back in action. It's just going to take a while for that traffic to actually clear out of there. Everything's working great down at this end. Checking back in on our city. There's an ounce of office demand that popped up, and I'm sure that Little Manhattan probably picked that up right away and constructed the next building. Commercial demand is the highest. Medium residential is not bad, but some demand. It's still mostly low density residential. But all in all, that's all taken care of. But low density residential and commercial, for me, that kind of suggests we should get on with the next Westworld neighborhood, or at least, roughly half of what you have here can go into construction. We do not have a connection there or there, but we can make one up here. Alright, we also want this to come off, but it's going to have to come off this way if possible. This will get a traffic circle because later on we're going to want to link it up with that upper area. But that gives us some control. Now we can go with smaller roads through the rest of this. Alright. I think that's enough to get this next pocket started. I don't think we need to fill in this hillside just yet. One phase at a time, right? Electricity. Production's fine. The electricity trade is nothing. We are not exporting any trade right now. Not sure why that is. Sewage treatment is close, but it's keeping up. Healthcare availability is fine here. There's a clinic nearby. Okay, there's an elementary school right there on the main road, so we're definitely covered locally. Fire and rescue is covered. Police is covered. No buses through there, but check in on the parks. One park was all we needed. Mail service is necessary. As a rocket takes off. I think we might want to add one more tower in here. We are covered just about, but not fully. Alright, that is ready to fill in. Ready to fill in. Okay, mixed housing. The main road was not done through here. Let's get a little high density commercial and then regular commercial. We did put a main road into the area that we can put this extra commercial into. And yeah, there goes that commercial demand for the first time, not maxed out. First time in a long time. Okay, we're gonna get one. And so this neighborhood filling in very quickly, including the hillside. I had to get a little creative on the road work through there to get the ability to fill in a bit more of it. But we've hammered out the commercial demand. First time in a very, very long time. And we have one house that is just not getting, two houses actually, that are not getting what they need. So let's take care of that, huh? Trying to connect up individual houses here for the first time, see how that goes, but I don't seem to be making any progress on that. Really just making a mess of icons for myself. Big accident on the freeway. But that is another section of Westworld filling in. The traffic's been keeping up just fine. Checking back in on our freeway, definitely not cleared up yet. There's still way too much traffic that's wanting to take the off-ramp here. The other side's totally cleared up though. So we are getting closer to this moving along and not being a problem. But once that traffic gets moving again, it's got to go somewhere. So we don't know quite how that's going to go. This, bit of a problem. Still backed up, but it is clearing up. Like one side's totally cleared up. This is very light on the traffic, so I think it's kind of just a matter of time. Remember, we had a ton of traffic there before, so this is not just an automatic. This is moving very smoothly. This is moving smoothly. The traffic is definitely getting better. It's not gone, but it's getting better. There you go. See, this is all nearly cleared up now. Day by day. Definitely gets a little bit better, and they are no longer blocking any other traffic. Now it's just off-ramp traffic only, so that does seem to be cleared up now. This side already is cleared up. Folks, we're down to one. We're down to one, and this was not being used, but is now being used. And said this side's cleared up, this side's cleared up. Now we just have kind of the dual traffic through here. Last element. And there's just too many cars here that are wanting to go the direction that's not normal. That's still part of that backup. That's just taking time. Population, 154,000. Finances 359 million. We've added 100 million in a pretty short period of time. Rusty Emerson, I was hoping in April he would outgrow being a child, just based on how I thought it might work. But no, Rusty Emerson is still a child, poorly educated in elementary school. At home. We've seen him a lot. Emily's still living in the same house. Still has a little play set out front. It's a nice house they live in. Okay, folks, well, the Freeway project is complete. We're down to just that last backup that's still working on clearing up. The next neighborhood within Westworld is already placed. Everything's constructed. I still got that little mess that I tried something and it didn't work, so I'll go in and delete all that, get rid of it. But next up for us is going to be a further expansion here, which, the good news, traffic is not bad at all. We placed a lot of parking structures, and there's one small traffic jam, and it's very minor, with everyone trying to get into this interior section coming off the freeway, but they're getting through there just fine. It's not taking that long. Always does it the opposite direction that I want it to go. Never gives me the one I'm looking for. In which case, it is what it is. And these guys haven't moved in a while. There's only a few of them though. And look, it's moving. Let's clear it up. It'll be fine. It will be fine. The off-ramp's fine too. No issues with the off-ramp. Some of these buildings are abandoned though. That's strange. People decided to move out and buy a house in the suburbs, leaving it totally empty. Or people just haven't moved in yet. Okay, that's already cleared up a little bit. This is already cleared up a little bit, so a few more cars did get moving. Garbage truck doesn't know when to take yes for an answer. He's had a couple openings that he could have gone on, but it's okay. It's already not even showing it as a traffic jam, so that little neighborhood is filled in and doing just fine. A lot of those taxis are bringing people, new residents, in. We have lots of space over here for another neighborhood. We, of course, then can expand this way. We have forestry options if we want. We have this neighborhood that we can probably fill in. And I think we have some more oil services. But finances aren't an issue, so I'm thinking I don't necessarily need to add more in terms of food or industry. Commercial demand that went away is already right back. Low residential, already back. Medium residential has stayed about the same. We barely touched on that one, but we are definitely making progress. Now, we're on the last milestone, so one thing we're going to need to do is I need to get back in there and start worrying about the achievements, because once we hit that last milestone, we're going to be finishing things up on this series. So before we finish things up, we need to see how many more milestones we can hit, or achievements we can hit along the way. Some of them just aren't working. The zero emission, I thought we did what we needed for that. Build any airport, well, we have, but we aren't getting it. Key to the city, that's going to happen on the final milestone. We have wide variety, create 10 districts. There's another one. We haven't even done the new district, Winterfell, so create that new district, do it right, and maybe they'll give us number 9. We're a couple away from making that happen. We'll definitely push to do so. The little stalker one, it's taken a while. I might have to speed the game up a bit to make that happen. as Rusty Emerson is still just a child, hasn't even reached adulthood. I thought maybe he'd hit adulthood this particular year. I was hoping the timeline worked that way, but it does not. Last mile marker. See, that's not even showing the last 2 levels we've done, so is that working or not? But the spider webbing, 10 to go. Bus lines are going to be the way to take that to the next level. We have Westworld with some new neighborhoods. We have Winterfell. We could do some more kind of long range stuff. So spider webbing, I think we're going to be working on that at the start of the next episode. Everybody's too happy, and I don't want to have everything become chaotic. Top of the class, 15% university level education. Last I checked, it was at a 12 to 13. 10 parks. We've got hundreds. That one's not going to work. Bulldoze, 1,000 buildings. We could maybe do that on the final episode. And one of everything. Again, that'll happen as soon as we hit the 20th milestone. So we'll have a couple achievements to do right after, but really the only thing right now to work on is spider webbing, and we'll try to do that next time. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.